Microphone got put on mute. Love that. Hopefully everybody is again having a great start to your day. Of course, this is a first alert weather day and we are tracking hazardous conditions across eastern North Carolina. We have got word that the Neuse River Bridge has been shut down. We are going to be going live to Stephen Glover, who has more again on the closing of the Neuse River Bridge here shortly, but want to start out with a look at your forecast. What is coming down as we speak? And right now it is looking like mostly rain for those of you watching on the eastern side of Highway 17. As for those of you watching along and west of 17, it's more of a mix at this point. We're going to continue to see that rain snow line drift further and further northward, but right now areas a little bit closer to I-95 still seeing some sleet, snow, and ice. Really freezing rain coming down, and that is leading to ice on the roads and of course on cars. But this is again where the worst of it is going to be felt today, and that is closer to the Virginia line. Roanoke Rapids still again seeing snowflakes come down. One of the lone spots that again is going to be seeing some snow accumulations as you head further south. The opportunity for snow, or even as you head further eastward, the opportunity for snow really starts to drop. Not looking again at widespread snowfall, but certainly looking again at rough conditions on the roads, particularly early on this morning. Now, here's a look at what we've seen in Greenville so far this morning. This is, again, footage that was taken from our very own Elise Sandlin, who, as you can see, has shot some cars with a nice coating of ice. So if you need to get outside and run some errands, try and save it till later today when a lot of this ice will hopefully be melted away. But right now, again, the light drizzle coming down is certainly going to lead to more accumulations as we make our way through the next few hours. By the time we get to around 11 a.m., air temperatures are going to be well above freezing, and that is certainly going to help with any sort of ice outlook. Now, again, do want to get back to our weather forecast and give you guys kind of a look at what we have got right now. Currently, looking at those raindrops getting more and more widespread later on in the afternoon. In fact, then going dry by the time we reach around 5 p.m. But now, of course, we do want to turn over to Stephen Glover, who has a live report on the Neuse River Bridge shutting down.
News is that we still don't have a timeline on when the bridge will be open. I spoke with NCDOT and the Craven County Emergency Services, who told me that over the night they had a couple of accidents on the Neuse River Bridge, which led them to closing the bridge altogether for the time being. And they said one of the reasons why they're doing this is because that bridges are usually the first to freeze. As the mist is starting to come down, a little bit of rain too, and with the surfaces being so cold, it freezes up first, and that's causing dangerous conditions for drivers who are driving down 17 or even across eastern North Carolina and the whole state itself. NCDOT told me and urged drivers to stay off the roads as possible unless you need to in emergency situations. And I'll continue giving you more updates on the crash itself. More to come. Reporting live in New Bern, Stephen Glover, WITN News.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen, for that report. Again, now let's get back to your forecast. This is what we've got by the time we reach around 5 p.m. As you can see, that rain snow line sitting further back towards the west, essentially from around Kelford down along the Edgecombe, Pitt, and then even Wilson, Greene County line there, extending down across central Wayne County. Goldsboro going to be pretty much riding right along that rain snow line, sleet freezing rain to rain line. And then again, everything just continues to get warmer and warmer, bringing us more rain showers and less ice. So that is some good news. Does look like a lot of the drops we are going to be seeing later on today should help with the melt versus hinder crews who are trying to get rid of the ice. Right now, again, on the eastern side of Highway 17, note your air temperatures. Right now in Hatteras, it's 60 degrees. 60 degrees is what we are seeing right now along the coast in Cape Hatteras. 25 currently in Rocky Mount, 21 in Roanoke Rapids. You want to see a spread of air temperatures. This is about as big as you are going to see. Nearly 40 degrees between Roanoke Rapids and Cape Hatteras. Now, again, these air temperatures will continue to climb as we head through the day. That, again, will reduce the ice potential over the next several hours. Yeah, we will still gather up a little bit more ice accumulation as we make our way in towards, I would say, around 10 to 11 a.m. But at that point, we are likely looking at air temperatures at or above 32 degrees across all of eastern North Carolina, and that will help melt everything away. It will also, again, help power crews try to get power restored to those who may have lost it. I do see that Jamie Epic is now saying on Facebook that her power is out. Now, Jacqueline Miller-Cherry, do you think black ice will be an issue in the morning? Jacqueline, this morning, I would say yes. This morning, yes. Especially if you're watching from an area that, again, is still looking at sub-freezing conditions. On my way in today, I ran into a little bit of some, I don't want to call it ice, but certainly some slush, maybe some accumulated sleet on the roads that was a little bit slick as I rode over. Now, it only lasted for about 30 feet, but it was present. So there is that opportunity for black ice this morning, especially around bridges and overpasses. Those, again, tend to ice up faster just due to the geography and air being able to get up under the road, and that allows it to cool off faster. But coming up for tomorrow morning, there I see you putting that tomorrow morning caveat in there. Tomorrow morning, I don't think we, again, are looking at any sort of black ice threat because overnight temperatures tonight going to get down into the mid-30s. Not cold enough, again, to transition everything over from just water on the roads to then ice on the roads. Maybe closer to the Virginia line if you're, again, like Roanoke Rapids or even north of Ahoskie. Those are the only areas I think that have the opportunity to get down near freezing later on tonight, and those areas will be exposed to the opportunity for some black ice in the morning, but most of eastern North Carolina should be, again, just fine for tomorrow morning. It is this morning, again, that we are tracking that danger. Let's take a look at, again, what we have got big picture-wise across the southeast. And there we can see, again, the multiple areas of low pressure pushing this massive storm system. Again, while this is not producing the kind of winter weather that I know a lot of snow lovers across eastern North Carolina really hope for, just look at how big this system is. We have got snow from this system coming down in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts, along with southern Michigan if you really want to throw them in there too. So this is, again, a massive system that, while it moved a little bit too far north to give us the snow I'm sure many of you were kind of looking for, we certainly dodged the bullet, though, as far as the ice is concerned. Keeping that low just north of us. You see that first one there, kind of back just north of Boone. That low being north of us has really saved us from an icy headache that could have really spelled a lot of trouble for eastern North Carolinians if that low had moved a little bit further south. But thankfully, again, we are seeing everything transition over into rain, and as that secondary cold front moves through, it's going to, again, bring in a little bit more heat out ahead of it, pushing air temperatures again into the upper 30s to mid 30s for this afternoon, and overnight temperatures Sunday night into Monday staying in the mid 30s. So as that moisture rolls through, not going to freeze, and then we are left again with a very cold forecast for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and even Thursday and Friday. But we're not looking at the same type of freeze potential that we were looking at earlier this week, when models, again, were suggesting that low would work its way a little bit further south. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. Do also want to highlight, of course, not just tonight and into tomorrow, but what we've got Monday night into Tuesday morning. Wind chills down in the single digits coming up for Tuesday morning. It is going to be a very, very cold morning. Just because you may not have to deal with ice, you are going to have to deal with the chill. Make sure everybody is bundled up tight, ready to go for that cold air on Tuesday. And then we've got, well, more cold air coming in Thursday and Friday, but more importantly, another possibility for some snowflakes in eastern North Carolina. Now, obviously, here we are talking about what would have been a snow system if everything had played out as it was looking like it was going to play out, 5, 6, 7 days ago. So again, want to highlight that there is still a lot that can change, but coming up next Saturday into Sunday, specifically those overnight temperatures down at 18 degrees with moisture coming in, we could be talking about another opportunity for some snowflakes in the east. So again, if this system has you down, totally understand. It's got me down too. It's one of those that just overall not a fun system. This has turned into a freezing rain and cold rain event. Freezing rain right now, particularly for inland areas on the western side of 17. But as we head through the day, everyone's going to be transitioning into a cold rain event. So if you're hopeful for some snow, we still have an opportunity in sight. If you're thankful, again, that you're not having to deal with just a complete iced over Sunday, enjoy that. Again, air temperatures will continue to rise as we head through the day. Now, we'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. But for now, that's all we have time for. We'll see you guys coming up at 9 o'clock with more from the First Alert Forecast team.